Hello Zangang, if you are interested in playing with me, I need people either for luck testing or for the takedown coming up. Go check out my Twitter. I made a post today and I'm looking for some people. Hello Zangang, for today's video we have another test. This is different than my luck test though. This is a lot more fun test. I've already actually done this test, but we're gonna do like we did before because it was pretty fun and a lot of people did it. So here's our experiment. Is it possible to one-shot Graveward without cheating or exploiting? Please pause the video and leave your hypothesis in the description below, or in the comment section below. Now I've already done this experiment like I said, but I'm going to give you my original hypothesis. My original hypothesis was that yes, it is possible. There's an idea I thought of at work last night that I wanted to test today that I spent a little over 4 hours trying in all these different methods. So let's get into the video. I think you guys will really enjoy this one. Now we are going to get nearly the most amount of damage we can deal in one bullet without crit swapping with Fl4k. Here's our modifiers. We could have gotten a little bit better modifiers, but they're still good. They're gonna maximize this damage. We just did our setup. We have to wait for Graveward to go through his phases until his arm is down. Then we will take the shot. I'm going to assume it is about 2 million damage. So it will not one-shot Graveward, but it is the maximum amount of damage you could do in one shot without exploiting.
Or infuse your senses with rage.
5 million! Wow! We just set up. We got the sniper rifle perk on, the normal damage perk on. Here's our gear and our skill trees. I think this might be the one. I hope there's enough damage. I'm not sure how much health Graveward has. I would say he has almost 7 million. Alright, I have no overkill active currently. I've shot off all of my overkill. We will have one shot on this crit spot with our amp adding and fade away, which will equal to 2 million shown on screen. And that procced the phase. Alright, here's our modifiers on this damage test. We just have normal bullet up. I wonder if his arm takes more damage than his chest. I haven't tested that yet. Okay, it was 1 mil for that one. Alright, we're gonna hit his arm again with the same modifiers. I hope we did not proc the phase skip. There it is, 1 million, and we didn't proc it. Here is with the Lyuda. All good. There it is. Alright, here we go. Time to show the whole setup. So I'm going to fade away in our duel. So when he pops his digiclone, I will deal the maximum amount of damage. Doesn't actually show the number, but I guarantee I deal more than 20,000 or 20 times damage right there. And I cap out at 4 times extra damage, so 500% damage. So I can cap off of one digiclone as long as it's a lower level one and I'm dealing enough damage. So now we are capped off on overkill. We're going to run through this phase and wait for him to drop the arm. He's gonna drop the arm. I'm not gonna deal as much damage as the one clip, but this is the maximum for this roll. 2 million, and it procs the phase again. All right, guys, we spent a lot of time in today's video. I do have one more segment after this. I'm going to explain everything to you real quick on how this is working, what I need to do, and if it's actually possible. As you can see from all of our little tests, we were able to deal a lot of damage with all these different trials. Now, the reason this worked is if you go to your Guardian token tree, there's a skill called Overkill. The skill Overkill says, when you kill an enemy, if you deal more damage than the enemy's health, you get extra damage in your next bullet. Well, after doing some research and a little bit of testing on myself, the maximum amount of damage Overkill will accumulate up to is 400%. Plus 400% with your normal weapon damage makes 500% weapon damage. So you can maximum get up to 500% weapon damage with Overkill. Now, I did a bunch of testing on how I can proc Overkill on Graveward. It is really tough. The boogers, I can't deal enough damage to be able to get the 5 times multiplier. I tried dueling. Dueling and hitting a person does not proc Overkill. It doesn't actually deal damage for some reason. It's weird. I'm not sure how it works. But I noticed that Fl4k's pets were taking damage when I tried it on my Fl4k, so I decided to try Digiclone since I could deal damage to Fl4k's pets. Now, when I dealt damage to Digiclone, it counted my Overkill. So what I ended up doing was I had a friend come in with a very low-level Digiclone, and I had him use it. I used my fadeaway with the Unforgiven and dealt way over 5 times damage to get the maximum amount of Overkill. I go into the arena and I shoot my Overkill bullet with fadeaway. Now, on top of this, I had a recharger shield, which has given me amp damage. I also have the class mod, which has given me 35% more damage when they have 75% health or more. But the sad part is Graveward has a soft set damage immune state in his 3 health bars. You cannot go past a whole health bar with 1 projectile. I'm not sure why they had to do that. It kind of sucks. So you cannot do it with 1 projectile. Does that mean it's impossible? No, it is not impossible, actually. So with the right setup, you can do it. I haven't actually achieved it yet, but I was extremely close on the clip after this. Now, before we get into the final clip of this video, I want to talk about a few more things. Is this exploitive? Is this abusive? Is this cheating? I do not personally think so. It is a toss-up in the air, so I would like some controversy with this on what you guys think. I do not think it's exploitable since Borderlands knew we would use Overkill to a very crazy extent. That's why they put a cap on it. That's why you can only get up to 5 times. If there wasn't a cap on this, I think it would technically be exploitable. But since there's a cap, I do not think it is exploitable. Now, the other way that you could think this is exploitable is because I'm using a player to proc my Overkill. But in theory, you could use a Grog in the arena to proc your Overkill. I just don't have that kind of patience to sit in the arena until a Grog spawns. And in that form, I would not say it's exploitable with that mindset, which makes me think that using another player is not exploitable because you could do the same thing in a natural fashion. It would just take a lot longer. That's how I was able to one-shot Trant without realizing it, is I was doing the same technique, but with a normal ad. Now, with playing with modifiers, getting the maximum modifiers with some really good artifacts and class mods and stuff, I was able to upgrade my crossbow to deal 9 million damage. Now, from running through this a few times, you can go through the clips and get it yourself, but I have calculated that Graveward's health, full health, is approximately 5.4 million. He has about 1.8 or 1.9 million in each bracket. He has 3 brackets. So dealing 9 million with the crossbow was a 2 times kill almost, except he has that immune state. You guys can go and stop in that clip and look at it. There was 9 million damage, and it stopped at the first immune state. It should have almost double killed him, but it stopped at the immune state. Now we have the final clip that has the method that you can use to do this without exploiting or cheating. I will do it at some point. I was just not able to do it yet. There has not been enough time in my day. I had to end my stream. I stayed on way too late to begin with, but I will do it at some point. I kept trying to stack the modifiers to get it, but I was not able to get it 100% yet. But you can tell with the method I used, it is possible. So we're gonna do our final clip and then the video will end. Let's do it. All right, here we are. We're gonna try our final test with the Scourge. Here comes the arm. Fadeaway is active. Oh! If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have not yet, subscribe to the Zane Gang for more content like this. I will see you guys in the next one.